So what's up, everybody? It's time again for me to do one of these Monday check-ins, and you might be asking, who are these two weirdos behind me? Well, some of you who've subscribed recently might know who they are. I'm with the Crockers and Leave Her Wild, which is kind of both of you and then one of you. So I'm stuck in Oklahoma right now, and you may be wondering, well, what did that mean for keeping up with your fitness routine? Well, I'm going to get to that in a few seconds, but just wanted to let you guys know where I was. I'm out here in Oklahoma with Jason and Jaylena. This is Jalena's van that she's living in, and this is the tiny house that Jason is building. So anybody who hasn't been following one of these channels, these are really great people, and they're helping me out, letting me stay on the property for a bit, and I'll be talking about more of that in a future video. But right now, just check out how exercise went for the week. Alright, now I'm settled back down in my van, and I'm going to do a little bit of talking about how this week went, and specifically about why I want to lose weight, because I think there's like a lot of confusion about sort of my reasons why. Now, before I get there, there might be just some people wondering about Oklahoma. Basically, Jason and Jaylena were a part of a YouTube group meetup in Oklahoma, and they live in Oklahoma. That's where they're based at, and I was invited to the event, and I went. And then after that, I ended up just coming to hang out on the property. How you doing, Mickey? Say hi. Mickey, you're blocking my camera right now. I'm trying to get work done, Mickey. Mickey, you're in the way. We're gonna move you. But anyway, so let's get to some serious stuff right now. I'm like so out of my norm at the moment that I have you guys sitting on sort of my countertop. I have my buddy heater going. Can't show it. And so this might be a little bit more of an awkward video than I normally do for these check-ins. Mickey, do not walk in front of my camera again. He's gonna walk in front of the camera again. So I've had this in mind for a second. It's a little bit harder to shoot just because the situation I'm in now is it's cold, it's wet, it's rainy, it's hard to do anything outside the van. But it hasn't been that way for the past couple of days. I feel like I've mostly had a good week. I feel very much moving back towards plan. I'm not going to say like the week has been perfect. It's had its flaws and its bumps and its ups and its downs. One of the ups was I actually did stay in a hotel for a couple of days. Thank you very much, Jaylena. And so I was able to just like get up and do my videos right in an interior building that I was already staying in. And I won't lie, that's sort of a reminder how nice it was to do at-home workouts when I had a home. Doesn't mean I want to abandon van life, but I do realize how much easier it was that no matter the weather or the situation, I could just get up and do my workout. And today I had planned to try to do a yoga routine. It's a rest and or stretch day, so I can either do like a long stretch routine or just plain old rest. And really the weather is sort of demanding that I guess I'm just gonna rest today and not actually do anything. It's also been kind of like an active morning. Hi, Mickey. So that's been going on. But the point of this video is, why do I want to lose weight? I want people to understand I'm not trying to prevent death. Like, I think trying to prevent death is just impossible. The only thing guaranteed when we are born is that we are going to die. And all we can do is have the best days we can in between point A and point B, because we don't know when point B is coming. We're going to die. I'm not trying to prevent death. What I am trying to do is have a good life for as long as I am living it. And nothing about living unhealthy leads me to a good life. I like to be active. I like to do active things out in the world. And having weight on you, even as you slowly get over like the physical parts of it, can sort of block you from things. I mean, one of the biggest things I remember is going to the amusement park and not fitting in the rides, and then feeling really awkward as I declined to go on rides as I walked around the park with friends. Now, this was a while ago in Maryland. And after that point, I did lose a significant amount of weight. In fact, I was on a very, healthy routine that isn't quite different than what I was doing, I am doing right now, when I flew from Maryland to California, and I continued to lose weight rather successfully from that point forward. And then life kind of blew up on me, and it all went to crap. And then I gained more weight back than I had before I started losing weight. So I've already been in a yo-yo cycle. But this is what I know. When I'm regulating what I eat and exercising, I am a more healthy person than when I'm not. One of the reasons, I haven't been okay, I'm going to go jump on the keto boat is because what I've seen of people who've tried keto, yeah, it works until they stop doing it. And then the boomerangs back are really, really big. So if it's not something you can stick with all the time, if it's not something you can realistically incorporate into your life forever, it doesn't work. It's not going to work. And it's a temporary rush to an end game that you won't maintain. And so, the biggest sales I get in the comment section on keto is how quickly I can lose weight. But if I'm going to quickly lose weight doing something I don't want to do, I'm looking for an end game where that situation doesn't exist. And that's not how weight loss works. If you don't reach it doing something that you are going to continue to do, you've just lost weight to gain it back again. And a lot of times you've lost weight to gain it back again worse. And I've seen this happen over and over again. So it's very important to me to find things that work without me changing my life in a way that's not sustainable. I'm looking for sustainability above all else. And if that means slower weight loss, I'm okay with that, as long as it's not a stagnation or a gain. What I want from weight loss is a healthier life. So I definitely don't want to do anything unhealthy just for the sake of saying I lost weight. And I want to be able to do the things I like to do better. I want to be able to go out with people and not worry about if I'm going to fit into seats when I get there. I have been in theaters where I barely fit into the seat, or honestly, it was slightly uncomfortable. And I don't like every time I see a seat with arms on it, I'm a little worried about if I'm going to fit. That's just not fun emotionally. It's not fun mentally. And it's almost this reminder of how far you are up in the weight game. And I don't like that. And you can feel however you feel about it. You can say, oh, it's because the world is fat phobic. No, it's not. I just plain old don't believe that. I like to hike. I like to bike. I, like to go out and walk, pretty places. And when I'm by myself, you know what? I can pace it to myself and I can just do what I want to do. I don't like the idea that I am slowing down people or that I'm a drag. And so right now, there have been times where I felt like if I was a little bit more healthier, a little bit more, together, I could sustain better on long walks with other people, or at least keep up. Because a lot of times what it is I just need to slow down, or I need to take it at a slower pace. And I don't like feeling like I'm slowing people down. So I want to reach a point where, I feel like I can keep up. Now, I'm not going to die. I'm not in pain. It's not the worst thing. In fact, the worst thing that's happening is this feeling that this person would be able to move at their pace better if I wasn't slowing them down. Now, some of that I just have to get over. I've never been an athletic person. I was never on a sports team when I was younger. I never played any sports. I wasn't inactive, but I wasn't, master of the athleticism either. And so, yeah, that's sort of what my weight loss and health goals are about. And the thing about me is I want to keep the weight loss goal and the health goal in the same pool. To lose weight, to put myself in an unhealthy state is not worth it. Losing weight unhealthy is as bad as having the weight in the first place. Losing weight in a way that's unsustainable means the weight's just going to come back. And I've already been through that to know that. And so what I'm really looking for is sustainability. That being said, I realize there's going to be 2 phases of this thing. And the first phase is more focused on weight loss than the second phase will be. The first phase is just about, finding the things that'll help me lose weight. And for some people that might be like, well, that's a reason to do some sort of extreme weight loss thing. But I just don't believe in that, because if you go too extreme, there's no way to get back, because you have to stick with that extreme in order to maintain. And are you really? And I always ask myself, like, would I really sustain this forever? And if I don't think I can answer yes, I should not do it. End game. That being said, I am at a point where I have to concentrate more on loss than I'd like to. I really wanted to weigh myself today just to know, just for me. I honestly wasn't going to publish it online, but since it's basically raining like crazy outside, I don't know how well you guys can see it. And luckily I'm parked safely on someone's property. Jason's property. Why did I say someone? He was at the beginning of the video. That's not a big deal. I'm just going to have to stay still today and not do some things that I wanted to do. I have been out to dinner with people, meals with people a couple of times, and I've counted everything I've eaten. It's all in my Fitness Pal. And I feel pretty good about it. And I think that was one of the scarier things that I went into Baltimore worrying about. And that was having food with other people. Would I be able to do it without feeling like I was falling way off track? And I feel like I've done a reasonable job of not doing that. And so I feel really, really good about that. I feel like I'm working my way back to sort of a more healthy handling of food. I have exercised on schedule for the most part, and I feel really, really good about where I am right now. Considering how tough last week was, I feel much more back on track, much more set up for success moving forward, and much better about the next steps in my weight loss and fitness and health journey. This was not the way I planned for this video to go. This was not the weather I planned to be doing this video in. And I will talk to you guys more about this next week.